Everybody has a comfort zone, and today I stepped out of mine. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Atreyu, and I'm drawing something new with inks every single day for InkTober. And if you're returning to this challenge, welcome back. We're on day 23 of this series. My goal for today's art was to create a demon in the dark. I wanted something that was really giving off that Halloween vibe. I do enjoy painting darker themed things, so this was right up my alley, and let's see how this turns out. I think choosing what you're going to create is extremely important. Do you ever feel like you pick something that you think you want to create and you maybe get 25% or 50% through whatever you're creating, and you start to get bored with it because maybe it wasn't the right choice? Maybe you chose something based off of what you think you should paint or draw rather than what you really want to paint or draw. And this is where I find, especially as I'm just getting started here with my art career, focusing on whatever I'm going to create with art being something that I'm highly, highly interested in. Because I think that our choice for inspiration weighs heavily on our commitment to sticking with the progression of becoming a better artist. Because if we're constantly drawing things that we don't enjoy or we find boring, then we're going to stop, right? Or at least I would. I have in the past. You know, I remember back in high school in an art class trying to follow up with the whatever was required for us to paint or draw for that week, you know, in the classroom. And whether we're drawing the school that we were in or an apple on the table or something, I remember just being like, I understand that it's a fundamental and universal type structure, but it never held my interest. And I feel like if I really wanted to progress with my skills, I was never one to just follow such a basic, draw something so simple and basic and find like I really wanted to do my best with it. Because if I don't have an interest in it, then my focus just isn't fully there. And maybe that's a little bit of a ADD mixed in. I don't know. I don't really believe it's this or that. I think it's just, humans have interests, and if it's not interesting to you, you're not going to stick with whatever you're trying to do. So I think picking the theme, picking the style, picking the art or the inspiration that you use for your art is maybe the most important thing when it comes to leveling up your art that you are creating. And I would even say this could probably be related to your career path too. If you work full time, if you're not doing something you actually have a passion for, then you're probably just going to do the bare minimum to get by. And maybe the only thing that's really motivating you is making more money. And so what you aim to do is you just do enough to make that next level up or get that promotion just to do the bare minimum in that position, and so on, right? I think humans are innately pulled to things that interest them, which is, of course, it's almost obvious. So yeah, when it comes to choosing subjects, I think it's really important on what you're picking in order to decide, like to progress on what you're creating. So it's just kind of a loose, easy topic today to kind of run through, but something that I find really valuable and important when I'm creating art. And today's drawing ended up being pretty cool. You know, I think the harsh shadow mixed with a little bit of light describing the facial features worked out really well. I think the shape of the head was pretty cool and worked out in my favor. And I like the energy. I like the energy of the piece. Yeah, it's like a very aggressive piece, very mean looking piece. It was fun to make today. And that's it for the art. But now it's time for
the question of the day.
How often do you try new techniques when you are creating art? For tomorrow, you can expect the drawing to be something completely different than today's. Thank you for watching, and if you're sticking around with me for all 31 days of Inktober, you're officially a part of the challenge here with me. So I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace, my friends.